All right, what's going on, everyone? I'm in the building once again, and today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. I'm getting old. I'm 46 years old. I'm no longer 45, but I'm still alive. What's going on, everyone? Black American Extra here, coming at you from the city of Medellin, Colombia, on the late night, saying happy birthday to me on this wonderful day. Thank the Lord I'm alive and well. And it's a blessing to get to this point. A lot of people don't make it to 46 years old. A lot of people die early, but I thank God that I'm here in the land of the living and celebrating on this wonderful day. Got me a little birthday sip here on tonight. Shout out to Guapa Rose in the Philippines holding it down in the chat. You know, I'm coming at you with a little late night as usual. Um, Hope you guys check out the show we did earlier, Life and Love in the Philippines. If you didn't check it out, go check it out. Also, like and share the video. Hope you all doing well today. You know, Whopper Rose is she over at the salon right now getting herself all beaten up and ready for later on. They're gonna be celebrating over there in the Philippines. Also, the one thing you guys know, if you're talking to women abroad, I know particularly in the Philippines, there's something that I see they all do this. Um, Whether you're in the United States, wherever you are, they will celebrate your special day with you, your birthday cake, food, and all of that. They'll send you pictures and videos of your celebrating. So that's a beautiful thing right there. Shout out to Dr. Rose in the Philippines sharing this special day with me. Now we got a great topic on tonight. You guys can join in or whatever. If you like, great topic on tonight. And feel free to leave a comment in the chat or you can come on the camera. I'm gonna post the link very shortly. This might not be a long one, but it's gonna be a strong one. Tonight we're gonna talk about big misconception of a lot of people. A lot of people always speculate when you're talking to someone abroad or you taking trips abroad. A lot of the haters most definitely going to say that you only go abroad because you can't get a woman in the United States. So you can't get a woman in the United States and you go abroad. You know, a lot of you guys hear that a lot. A lot of you travelers. Shout out to all my travelers out there. My guys that travel, shout out to you guys. A lot of you travel, go different places. You got your passport, you exploring the world, and you exploring your options out there. You got a lot of people that's gonna be hating on you because you're traveling, you're enjoying your life, and they said you only travel and jump on an airplane because you going there to see the women. You can't get a woman in the United States. So you jump on an airplane and go get a woman. Now, I'm not gonna say that's not true. You got some guys that do. They have to travel. They say they only come from people who don't travel. You're right about that. You got a very few guys that do that. But I mean, if you're doing it, man, it's your money, it's your life, ain't nothing wrong with it. They shouldn't be complaining. I mean, do what you do. But I mean, for so long, for a long time, I'm gonna say this. I think women got a lot of women got more travel experience than men. Um, so they've been doing it a little longer than we've been doing it. A lot of brothers now just getting into the mode of traveling and going different countries when women been doing it a whole lot longer. And they doing it for the same reason, for that reason. They traveling because They say they can't get a man in the U.S. A lot of them, they go overseas, go abroad to get a man. I didn't hear nobody saying that some years ago when they had this movie out called Stella Getting Her Groove Back. They glorified Stella. Stella went to the Bahamas. Her older age, during her midlife, she went to the Bahamas. Not the Bahamas, but to Jamaica. She went down to Jamaica and got her groove back. And got her a young man. I remember that time when that book came out and the movie came out. It was a very popular movie, very popular book. A lot of women in my community was traveling to Jamaica. I wonder why. I wonder why they was traveling down to Jamaica. We all know they're traveling to Jamaica to get some young ding dong down there in Jamaica. They weren't going for the weather. They weren't going to relax or whatever. They was going to get their groove back, to get their back broke out. That's what they were going for. Did nobody say anything? The brothers didn't chastise them for going to Jamaica, get their groove on, get their groove back. I mean, even though they looking over the brothers in the United States, we didn't say anything. I mean, they got their groove on. And a whole lot of women taking these trips down to Jamaica, hoping that they get lucky, get them a young guy, so they can get their groove on. Um, you got a lot of girls that be doing these little trips too. They be going on these cruises to Puerto Rico. I seen that. I seen the videotapes, and I had coworkers that used to go through places like that. The women, these little girl trips. What do you think go? What do you think happened on these girl trips when they go out the country? When they take these cruises to Puerto Rico, to the Caribbean. What do you think these girls are doing? All these females. Hmm. But don't nobody chastise them. They've been doing it for a long time. They've been going to all these exotic countries. They're not just going to visit. They're going for other reasons. For a long time, you got a lot of women in our community. They go to Italy. They go to Spain. They go to all these places, but you don't hear us chastising them when they explore their option. They have the freedom and the liberty to go where they want, to do what they want, and you don't hear us complaining about it at all. I mean, for a long time, they've been doing all this traveling. But once we start traveling, once we start going places, then you got a whole lot of talk going on. A lot of people talking, and they saying that we going for the same reason they're going for. They doing the same thing that some of us do, but they making a fuss about it. They're making a big noise about this because they don't want to see us happy one way or the other. But they want to be happy. They want to enjoy their life. But when we go somewhere, we try to go get our groove or get our groove on or get our groove back, and it's always gonna be problems with them because they don't want to see us happy. And so Stella didn't get her groove back in the U.S. She went to Jamaica. And no one said a thing. For a long time, like I said, you got women in our community. They go to Italy. They go to Spain. Nobody said anything. Hell, look at Tina Turner, the icon, the diva, Tina Turner. And she went to Germany and got her groove on over there. And she denounced her citizenship, gave her citizenship for the U.S. a way to become a full citizen of. I think she in Zurich or somewhere. And nobody said a thing about that. I think Diana Ross overseas too. Diana Ross overseas, um, doing her thing, and nobody say anything. They keep their mouth closed. Even my girl Stephanie Mills got a popular song called Latin Lover. She's on her song. She said she want a Latin lover. Very popular song. Nobody say anything about that. The brothers can get mad because she want a Latin lover. But let the brothers let us say we want a Latin lover, or we want an Asian lover, or whatever type of lover. Then we're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have problems. People gonna be talking us down because we want to explore our options. when they've been doing it for such a long time and nobody said anything. We keep our lips closed when it comes to them traveling, to them enjoying their life. But a lot of times, like I said, when it comes to us traveling, going places, oh, we doing it because we can't get a woman in the United States. And that's not even the case. A lot of you brothers that are listening right now, I mean, you can get a woman in the United States. I know I ain't had no problem getting a woman in the United States. I had a lot of women that made me the offer, but I just didn't want it. I just didn't want it. A lot of you guys, I say it's not like you can't get a woman. Sometimes you just don't want what's being offered to you. We don't want to deal with that. Sometimes we want to deal with something totally different because they've been doing it for a long time. But now you got a whole lot of brothers that's traveling together in groups and doing their thing. And a lot of the women's getting mad now because we having fun while we leave them behind like they did us for so many years. Because a lot of us, we want something different. We don't want to deal with the headaches. We don't want to deal with the heartbreaks. We don't want to deal with the attitude. We don't want to deal with the expensive shopping sprees. You got to constantly spend money to impress them. I can remember, um, like before I left, I met this girl. She was talking to me on the first date. This girl wanted to go to Ruth Chris. And some of you guys don't know Ruth Chris is very expensive. If I take a girl to Ruth Chris, I'm gonna spend at least $200 or $300 there because that's a steakhouse. They got seafood, all types of food. But on the first date, this girl wanted to go to Ruth Chris, and then in order for me to impress her, and I wasn't guaranteed to get the box because I take her to Ruth Chris. I mean, I could have took her to Ruth Chris and got a kiss on the cheek at the door. It would have been feeling some kind of way at the end of the night. But the women over there, like they like to play you like that. They would play you for a fool. You got to constantly spend money to impress them, take them on these shopping sprees to impress them, and at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Happy birthday, brother. Man, if you can't travel, I just stuck with you. You're right about that. In the U.S., you're gonna spend a lot. You're gonna spend a whole lot, but they materialistic over there. I can remember this lady on her video not long ago talking about the girl in the Philippines wearing a $2 dress because she shot at Macy's. I'm like, I mean, for real, like because the guy got to spend more money to get you, and you don't even look all of that. I mean, please. And then at the same time, I mean, a lot of guys don't want to deal with the smell of the horse hair or the horse ass. You don't want to smell that. You don't want to deal with all that makeup that they put on, all the time and the effort they got to put into making themselves look beautiful. But some women can just naturally look beautiful. They don't have to do anything. They can just get out the bed and wash their face and fluff their hair and go on their way. And that don't cost anything. You're not spending $300-400 a week trying to maintain that look when it's all natural. So some guys it's very sexy, it's very attractive. And I know it make them feel good. They don't have to go in their pockets and spend all of that to maintain a woman to make her look good. And you got some women that can just naturally look good, wake up, get out the bed and say, I woke up like this. A lot of guys don't want to deal with the long eyelashes. I know I can't stand them long eyelashes. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that. So we want something natural. A lot of guys, we want something different. It's not because we can't get a woman in the United States. A lot of us, we can get a woman. We just don't want what's being offered to us. We don't want that. We want something totally different than that. So we have the options and we explore our options. There ain't nothing wrong with that. They've been doing it for so long. They've been exploring their options for a long, long time. And we just sit in the cut. We don't say anything. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting something different. If you want something soft, you want something that's feminist, you want somebody that's gonna respect you, somebody that's gonna cater to you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I mean, a lot of them women in the United States that's complaining, they want you to cater to them. They want you to bow down to them, do all the work while they do nothing. You constantly catering, constantly doing all the work, they're not reciprocating. So a lot of guys they don't want that. They want something totally different. Some guys want a different experience, and not because they can't get like a woman in the United States. That's not the issue. I mean, it's a certain type of woman that they want. They want a certain type of woman. And it's hard to find that type of woman over there sometimes. It really is. Because like I said, we don't want to be the only one catering and have to buy a whole lot of expensive material things to please that woman. Like my boy, Offset had to do. The girl got the walk, he had to spend $300,000 on a, what do you call her, a Bentley or a Rolls or something like that. Man, I'm like, man, that's a lifetime of happiness overall, that kind of money forever. I mean, he could buy her that $300,000 car, and 6 months later they falling out again and mad, and in the end she gonna take him for everything. I mean, but that's the concept and the way the people do it over there. But you got guys like me that travel and other guys, some of you that are listening right now, I mean, you know better. You know not to do that. And you see things on a whole different way. You're not going to spend $300,000 on a woman. You don't care how good the walk is because, I mean, you tell her to walk on somewhere else. You can walk on down the street and get you some more walk at a cheaper price. But, you know what I'm saying? A lot of girls, they think that, like I say, we can't do any better. That we got to go abroad and go overseas because we can't get the headaches and the disappointments in the United States when it's so easy to get there. But we don't want that because we prefer something that's different. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting something different or exploring your options. But they try to make us feel so guilty because we're doing that. And so we want somebody that's gonna not look at the value of the car or the value of the ring. We want somebody that's gonna look at the value of us. They're gonna value us. They're gonna value our time. They not only that, they're gonna appreciate us, not give us a hard time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. And some of you guys can relate to this. That your experience abroad, when you're dealing with women abroad, they're not looking at the material things. They're not looking at how much this or that costs. They're looking at the thought behind it a lot of times. And a lot of times they're not really expecting much. I mean, you don't have to put forth the effort that you have to put with women in the matrix and then be disappointed in the end and broke and heartbroken. Please, there is a better way. I mean, don't let them make you feel guilty because you're doing what you're doing, that you're exploring your options and doing things on a better term, that you're not breaking the bank and being broke. Because they're talking about you spending a whole lot of money on the airplane ticket when a lot of you guys in relationships spending a whole lot of money maintaining their weave, maintaining them and buying them outfits and clothes. And you breaking the bank and you're not happy because I mean, that girl is like maybe a month or two gonna cheat on you and leave you for somebody else. They're gonna offer her more. Shout out to Justin March for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the birthday salute, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you a whole lot. But a lot of times, like I said, they try to put the guilt up on you because you're traveling and that you want something different in life and that you're exploring your options when they've been doing it all along. We didn't say anything. Like I said, you can't put a price. You can't put a price on love, but you can put a price on some pussy. I mean, you can buy pussy. You can't buy love. You can buy pussy. And I'm telling you, in the United States, the price of pussy is very high. The United States. Look at what Offset just did. He spent $300,000 on some WAP. I mean, at the price you're gonna pay. When you can get somebody that look way better, of a whole different better quality, you don't have to pay that much. I mean, it's up to you to do what you want to do. But I know it's a better way. I know I'm not gonna spend no $300,000 on a woman or try to buy her love and affection for that much. That's too much. I mean, that woman can still walk away in the end. I said we can get women in the United States. Ain't no problem with us getting women, but sometimes, like I said, we want something better. We want a better quality of a woman. We want a better quality. It's just like you driving a car. You know what I'm saying? You can some guys they don't want to drive a Dodge. They don't want to drive a Ford or they don't want to drive a Chevy or a Pontiac. They don't want to drive no Buick. And some guys they prefer driving a BMW. They want to drive a Mercedes, Mercedes Benz, drive a Ferrari, drive a Lamborghini, or they want to drive a Porsche. They don't want to drive a domestic car. They want to drive an import. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody got different tastes, different strokes for different folks. But it's not like they can't afford to have a Buick. I mean, for the price of that Mercedes they want to drive, they can have two or three Buicks, but they have options. And they might want to get something that suit their taste or suit their need. You know what I'm saying? It's up to that individual to get what they want in life in order to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And they don't always have to do anything with the looks. A lot of times they thinking that, oh, we want to go overseas and date women because they look a certain way. They got light skin, they got pretty hair. I mean, you got guys that going to Africa, they going to Colombia, Brazil, and they getting dark skinned women that's dark. They have a natural beauty. So it ain't always about the skin color. But I like them. Like I said in one other video, I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian, all different colors. I don't discriminate. The color is not a priority for me. I'm looking at the character more than I'm looking at the color. Color don't mean anything. I'm looking at the qualities that they have. I'm looking at these women. I don't have to like put a whole lot of work I have to put into the women that's in my country. You put a whole lot in, you get very little out. Where in the other countries, you don't have to put all that work in. Like the women is actually catering to you because it's in their culture for them to cater to you, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, and you got to reciprocate that also, so you can be happy. I mean, she cater to you, she take care of you, you take care of her, but it's not going to be the price that you would pay in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to always throw up that, oh, he want a white colored woman, or he want this kind of woman. I mean, ain't nothing wrong. Get what you want because they going to Italy getting, you know what I'm saying, getting what they getting. They going to Spain to get what they want to get. I mean, they go to Jamaica to get their groove back. I mean, we not complaining. The only people you see complaining is those unhappy, bitter ones. And they all use the same talking point. And they all saying that we all go abroad just because we can't get a woman in the United States. That we so ugly, we so desperate that we got to go abroad when really, I mean, none of that have anything to do with it. We just know what we want. We want better quality. Sometimes you got to go the extra mile to get it. Sometimes you got to go a distance to get what you want. It might not be in your country. It might not be in your state. It might not be in your city. Sometimes you got to go outside and expand and broaden your horizon to get what you want to get. Because it might not be there. It might not be at your front door. It might be across the world. It might be in another state, another country. I mean, it's up to you to go find what you're looking for in this whole wide world out here, and not be limited or be limited to your country, limited to like um, your domain. You can go outside of those areas and just explore. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you might find what you're looking for. when you get out and see what's out there. Because you're not guaranteed to find it at home. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them women, they don't want you to do that, though. They want you to settle for less. They want you to be miserable just like they miserable. And then you settle down with them, and you'll be miserable, two miserable people together. Until they destroy you and take all your assets and take all they can from you. And when they do with you, they're gonna spit you out, go to divorce court, and it's not gonna be good. I'm saying sometimes you gotta travel. Sometimes you gotta travel. You find a better quality. Like I said, in the United States, you might not find that quality. In the United States, they might not cater to you there. So you go where they doing that. All the stuff that you want, they got places where you can go to get that. It might not be where you at. It might be in a whole different other place. So you gotta sometimes do that. And so you can stay in misery and cater to them. But we don't go abroad just like I said, just for the women because we can't get women. We all go for different reasons. I mean, we got people that go abroad. You need to start a whole new life. There's nothing wrong with that. Go to a whole nother country and start all over. And you got a lot of people that go abroad. They want to save money, have a better life because the dollar can go further. You can do a whole lot more, have a better life going abroad. You got a lot of people that going abroad to start a business. Shout out to Mr. Flip Flop down there in the DR. Also, shout out to they got Eugene Cole. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, who's over in Africa, building up the enterprise over there. He's doing some things, making some power moves. But he had to get outside the country to do all of this. Things took off for him. Like when he went to Poland, now he's in Africa. And he's a businessman. Not only is he's an educator, an educated guy, but he's also a businessman, an entrepreneur, stacking his paper up. So a lot of people go abroad, like I said, monetary reasons, save money, to make money, get a business started. Like a lot of expats we see in the expat community, ain't nothing wrong with that. They're not going for the women. They're going for a better life. Just like me, if I ever get back into business again, and let's say if I start a business in Colombia or even in the United States, there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna be jumping on planes to buy my inventory. I might jump on airplanes sometimes to look at the inventory in China before I order it online. I might want to see it in person, see the quality, see what I'm buying before I buy in bulk. And just because I go to China don't mean that I'm gonna go there to bang the Chinese woman. I'm going there looking for love. I could be on a mission for my business because people travel for business, not for women. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm sure when that time comes, people see me in China and going places like that, they buy inventory. You're gonna have the naysayers saying I'm going there for the women. They can't get a woman where I'm at. And some people go outside the country to go to school, get education out of school because they got grants, they got tuition can be very low. So a lot of people take advantage of that, going to school abroad, as long as the school is accredited and that they can transfer their degree over anywhere. I mean, that's a better option for some people. They can save thousands of dollars going to a different country. So ain't nothing wrong with that. And you got some guys that just like to travel. You got some guys that just want to explore. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got guys too that travel for the women, for a better quality of a woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. I mean, you got options. You can explore your options. Some people go for the weather. I mean, they go where the weather is warm. They don't want to be with the cold weather no more. So they go with the tropical climate and enjoy the weather. They go there, they relax on the beach, um, and have a great life. Like I say, the cost of living is much lower. So that's a better option sometimes. A lot of guys retire with their pension. And they're not like they just go overseas just to bang women and just because of the women. They go because their dollars can go longer and last longer in their older years so they can stack up money and save money. Now I call that being smart. I call that being wise. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, different strokes for different folks. I mean, most people go abroad to live good, have a better life. You boil it all down, a better life, sometimes a better wife. And some guys, we get out of divorce and they start over. They go abroad to get a better life and a better wife. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, some people might have a problem with it, but that's on them to each his own. Man, you got options, you guys. You got options. You should explore your options. And to hell what people say, what people think. They're gonna always talk. They talked about Jesus. So like I said, don't let them make you feel bad and say you go abroad because you can't get a woman in the United States. Just simply tell them I got options, baby. I got options and I'm exploring it. So you should do the same. I hope you all having a great morning, a great day. I'm about to lay it down. I'm gonna finish this drink up. This is my birthday morning. I'll be celebrating later at the bottle shop. So I'll see you guys later. Explore your options. Have a great day.